Full-time tourism jobs crash. Let's have a look. Hello everyone, Florian.Heise here, and welcome to another episode of HeiseSays. Grab your stein of coffee and let's have a look at this release from the Australian Bureau of Statistics. Part-time tourism jobs exceed full-time for the first time. Oh, fantastic. Not really. What that means is full-time jobs have crashed, and we'll see that in the data. And this is even when the unemployment rate, and I'll bring that up here, has itself fallen back down to 6.8%. Tourism is a big part of our economy. It's over $60 billion, a big part of GDP and a huge employer. I was talking to a mortgage broker yesterday, and he was telling me up in the Whitsundays, what he used to do is, there'd be chefs that would be working there on the different resorts and places, and they'd be on 6 months contracts. 6 months, just rolling. That's just the way the industry was. And how he judges how things are going, it's with regards to, who the banks will lend to. Back in the day, it wouldn't matter if there was, 2 days left on your contract or 5 months left on your contract. They'd just sign you up. They'd just flow you through. But now, nope. If you're a chef in the Whitsundays, no matter how good your contract is, it looks like there's no chance of you even getting a mortgage. What does that tell you guys? So let's have a look at this. Tourism-filled jobs increased 4% from June to September 2020 after 2 large quarterly falls, according to figures released today by the ABS. Assistant Director of ABS Tourism Statistics, Terry Hendry, said the experimental estimates in Tourism Satellite Account, Quarterly Tourism Labour Statistics, Australia continue to show the ongoing impact of the COVID-19 pandemic on tourism activities. Now, they seem to have so many directors in charge of just one set of statistics. How many do you need? Is it that much work compiling this data? I guess it is. Despite the uptick in the September quarter, the latest data is again showing that tourism has been impacted more severely than the economy as a whole, with the number of jobs down 13%, around 94,900 jobs for the year ending September 2020, Ms. Hendry said. The proportion of tourism-filled jobs in the economy fell 4.6% in September 2020, which is the lowest September quarter on record. Ms. Henry added, tourism has always been a high proportion of part-time jobs, but in September, tourism part-time jobs exceeded full-time jobs for the first time in the series. And we can see here, there you go. Look at that crash in full-time jobs and that increase in part-time jobs. So we know what's happening. People are being pulled aside saying, mate, we're in trouble. We need to cut your hours. You need to go part-time. If it all comes good, you'll be full-time in an instant, but we're in trouble. That's perfectly reasonable, particularly in an industry in dire straits. But there you go, everyone. And then what'll happen, part-time, it'll start falling as well. And let's jump here. Let's have a look at these statistics. Before I go into these any further, I'll have a shot of coffee. Let us know in the comments if you're working in this sector, guys, and what it's like. I've joined a Facebook group for chefs, for professional chefs, where they just, pretty much bitch and moan to each other about their industry. And it's fascinating just hearing some of the things that are going on in that game. Well, the hours are atrocious, and it's quite a stressful job, but the pay is just terrible. It's just shocking. It really is. It's not as glamorous as Iron Chef as I'd imagined. So, in September, there were 634,000 tourism jobs. This is a 13% fall, so 94,000 from September last year. 94,000 gone. A 4% increase from June 2020. The lowest number of tourism jobs in September since 2013, everyone. And our population has continued to grow since 2013. The first quarter when part-time jobs, 318,000, exceeded full-time, 315,000. Okay. So here's movement in tourism-filled jobs by tourism industry, percentage change, original series. So here we have, let's have a look September to September. Accommodation down 26, cafes down 10, clubs 10 down, rail transport up 8, road transport down 6, Air, water, and other transport down 37%. Travel agency and information center services down 12%. Cultural services down 14%, nearly 15%. Casino and other gambling services down 12.8%. Sports and recreation services down 28.1%. Retail trade is up 1.7%. Education and training is down 16.6%. All other industries down 2.5%. Tourism total down 13%. And the whole economy down 4%. So our friends in the tourism sector are just copping it, everyone. Proportion of tourism jobs in the economy, there we go. I mean, it's well below the 15-year average. They took a hit after the GFC, obviously, climbed back up, crashed. So this is going to be delayed. It's going to be delayed. We'll scroll down here. So here's a change in the number of jobs. We had a look at that in 2020. Tourism jobs, September quarter, the original quarter. Okay, so you've got September 19 to 20, down, up, down. You can see here just the changes in all of them. And I'll link to this if you want to go through it. Full-time employment jobs from the September quarter 2019 to September 2020 are down 14.5%. Part-time jobs from that same period are down 11.5%. So tourism jobs by employment status. And we can see here, full-time is definitely below part-time. Number of tourism jobs, hundreds of thousands employed. And there again, you can see the slight difference between it. So here we go by gender. Oh, sorry, by sex. By sex. Negative 10.2% for males. Negative 15.4% for females in tourism jobs. So sex by status in employment. We saw that. Again, same type of thing. Measuring the impact of the bushfires and COVID-19 on tourism. The bushfires, followed immediately by the COVID-19 pandemic, had an unprecedented impact on the Australian economy, with tourism particularly affected. This section looks at how tourism has been impacted over the period by comparing estimates of tourism-filled jobs at the end of December 2019 with those at the end of September 2019. Tourism jobs peaked at 747,100 in December 2019, fell last quarter to the lowest level, 609,400 since June 2014, and increased to 634,000 in September 2020. More jobs were lost by females, 72,600, 17.7% down, than males at 40,500, 12.0% down. Full-time jobs at 67,400 were more impacted than part-time jobs at 45,700. So tourism has been hit disproportionately. Tourism has been more impacted by the bushfires and COVID-19 than the economy as a whole since December 2019. Tourism jobs fell 15.1% compared to 5.3% for the whole economy. Tourism accounted for 4.6% of total jobs in September 2020, yet it accounted for 14.7% of job losses in the whole economy. The proportion of tourism jobs in the total economy fell to a record low in September. So you can see here, guys, tourism is really copping it. It is really copping it. So, I mean, I'll bring up that chart right there. Full-time jobs have crashed. It's going to be harder for people in that industry. I mean, it already is. I looked at the home loan figures, repayment of a median house. It's virtually impossible on one of these jobs. There we have it, guys. Let me know your thoughts and opinions. Do you know anyone in this industry? What are they doing? What are their plans? If you're involved in this, what are your backup plans, guys? As always, thanks for watching. Please like, share, subscribe to the channel. If you're a fan and want to support the content I create here, there are a few ways you can. You can join us on YouTube or Patreon. Support us using our affiliate links from Amazon, eBay, Independent Reserve, or AussieBroadband. You can buy merch from HeiseSays, use Gold Pass from the Perth Mint, or support us via PayPal. Take care, and I'll see you all next time. Bye for now.